I have a holiday diecast haul, and clearly I'm behind, I know, I apologize, but hopefully you guys don't mind going through my holiday haul with me just a little late. Without further ado, let's get to it. Hey everyone, it's Taylor Kitchen, and welcome back to Collector's Corner, where we talk all things motorsports, merchandise, collectibles, diecast, etc. And as you can see by this box, I have quite the pickup of diecasts, 164s, 124s. I even have like some hero cards and stuff in here too, which is pretty cool that we're gonna go over. There's also some on my shelf I need to show you too. So there's a lot. I'm a little disorganized with what I'm showing today, because there's so much good stuff. But before we get into this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you know when we post. Let's start off with some of the hero cards and magazines that I got, and then we'll dive right into the 164s and then the 124s. First up, we have a Sports Illustrated 1996 Winston Cup, A Season to Remember magazine. And let me tell you, I went through this and I loved every second of it, because for me, as someone who's a journalist, it was so cool to go through and read these stories and figure out, how stories were being told, like back in the 90s. I know it's like going into the 2000s, I get it, but still, like, this was over 20 years ago. How people wrote is very different. How people wrote like last year is very different from how they're writing the start of this year. So it's cool to kind of see a time capsule of journalism in its like purest form in a magazine, and also too like seeing the 1997 schedule, going through that, just looking at what all these pages have to offer. It's so cool. All the photos, all the ads. Again, magazines, newspapers to me are a time capsule that I adore. So this was a really cool get. Shout out to Jamie Perkins for sending me this and a few more things that I'm going to show you all in a moment. But of course, because I had Terry Labonte on the cover, you all know that this had to get sent my way. Along with the magazine, Jamie also sent me some posters, which are super cool. I got to figure out where I want to put them in this room. Again, I have a whole blank wall here, but I will be putting a shelf here sometime in the near future to house more diecast, so stay tuned for that. But what I thought was really cool were these old hero cards. This one in particular like screams childhood to me, because I had Frosted Flakes pretty much every day. It was like Frosted Flakes, Frosted Mini Wheats, and I pretty much think that's really it, and Honey Nut Cheerios. This car has always been one of my favorites, but of course you all know the classic Corn Flakes Kellogg's car is one of the best. So really cool to have these hero cards. I have a whole binder that I put my hero cards in, so I will put these into that binder so they are safe. Let me show you the 164s I got in the haul, and these are really cool. This is an entire set of the Racing Champions Series 1, the To The Max diecast. There's a Kyle Petty one, Jeff Gordon, Sterling Marlin, Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, Ernie Irvan, Ted Musgraves, Terry Labonte, all in this first series. And you all know me, I really do like to take the diecast out of the package and display them, but if I have an entire series of something, I'm more inclined to leave them in the box because of value. So I got to figure out where I want to display these, but these are incredible, very, very cool. Another car I'm keeping in the package is this one, because it's from a cereal box. Like, how cool is that? This is a Terry Labonte pull and go car. Basically, you set the car on the ground on all four wheels, you pull it back, and then you release it, and it just charges forward. Yeah, this is one you have to keep in the package just for prosperity's sake. I love getting toys in the cereal box when I was younger. They don't do that anymore. They just put like a puzzle on the back of the cereal box, and it's just not fun. It's really not fun at all. And also on the inside of this package, there are little stickers that you can put on the car. So there is an incentive to open this package, but I can't do it. I can't let myself do it. Anywho, moving on. I was sent these more modern 164s by a follower of mine, so thank you so much for sending these my way. Of course, we have the Martin Truex Jr. dirt racing car. We have the Michael McDowell Daytona 500 winning car. We have a Brad Keselowski Freightliner or E-Cascadia car, the number 2, and then of course the Ryan Blaney Atlanta Race 1 version car. All of these, of course, will make their way into one of my swivel displays at some point. But again, very cool cars. Don't have these yet, so excited about that. We're going to take a detour for IndyCar here. I had a family member give this to me for Christmas, and I was floored because I didn't know how much they knew about racing, what it was, and she happened to find this and put this in my gift. So I was very happy about this, an Alex Palou 2021 NTT IndyCar Series Championship diecast, which I'm so excited about. So this will also have to go in my swivel displays, and I have separate cases for my IndyCar diecast that I have as 164s, so really looking forward to putting that in the display case. It is such a beautiful car. It's really just the blue. I love the blue of this car. Now it's time for the 124s, and this is the very first diecast I pre-ordered in the 2024 racing season because this is the first race I went to, the Bristol Spring Race, where it was just chaotic. It was the most chaotic but fun race I think I'd ever been to, and I had to pre-order the Denny Hamlin Race 1 car. First off, this paint scheme, I really like this. I know a lot of people don't really like this scheme, but I really do. I like the detail of the elites. I think for the Gen 7 car, because a lot of people were complaining the bottom of the Gen 7 cars just aren't enough. No, it literally is just flat on the bottom of these cars. So if you're looking for extra detail, definitely go for the elites. However, I'm more inclined to get the ARC versions of the Gen 7 car because it's just, for me, more worth it. I buy so many die casts. The bang for my buck is there. You got the engine on the inside here. But overall, really good die cast I had to have to my collection and add to the top of my display case, as those are the cars that I've seen win in person. Shifting gears to a Dale Jr. car. You guys know I was struggling to find more cars that I wanted to add to the Busch Series shelf, or part of the shelf that I have over here. And this is when Jamie Perkins sent me this one from his collection. First off, I love having cars that are part of my collection that are food related. Can't explain it, just nostalgic for me, and I think it just adds some spice to the collection that you have a theme. Also, another Dale Jr. car to add to the collection as well, and it's a Busch Series car. So win-win-win all across the board. Had to have this one there. The 81 font is just so pretty. I love the font. This one will proudly sit on that shelf. This 2023 Shell Pennzoil 100th win Penske diecast for Joey Logano was one that was also sent to me by a fan, so thank you so much for sending this in the P.O. box. This is what I kind of am surprised, honestly. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I have a lot more Joey Logano diecasts than I thought I did in 164 and even 124s, which I didn't realize. But it's always good to add one more to my collection, especially one with historical context like the 100th win for Pennzoil and Shell, which is really neat. This one, I will have to find room on the Ford shelf that I have. This will likely be the case where I need to wait to display this or trade it out until I get another shelf. But this one is really neat. I love all the little photos. You can kind of make out some faces and things like that in the photos on the car. It was a really unique design. We've seen teams do this before. We'll have photos kind of as the base of the paint scheme, which I really like. And again, the quality of this one is also really stellar. Happy to have this one in my collection. Just got to find a place to put it. And last but not least, speaking of Penske, the Austin Syndric 2020 Championship car. This is one I've been looking for a while, and I wanted to try to get it at a really good price. I found this one on eBay and immediately snagged it. It is such a cool car. I mean, look at the detail right here on the quarter panel. Like, this is probably one of the most detailed diecast I've ever seen that is an ARC version. It is incredible. This race was also incredibly cool. Just the whole 2020 season was really special for so many reasons. One, it was COVID, and really in 2020, all you had to look forward to was NASCAR, the crazy season during the week or whether it was the weekends. And this championship race to me was one I will remember for a very long time, just because that season, NASCAR was kind of it for me. So happy to have this one in my collection. Finally, I have a 124 Austin Syndric car after all these years. This one, again, have to try to make room for it on the Ford shelf. We'll figure it out. Speaking of making space for your diecast, this 3D printed shelf has been a game changer for me. I mean, look behind me. This is me displaying all of my diecast thanks to these shelves from Benzik Designs. They are the official diecast display partner of ATYL Media. I've ordered plenty of diecast stands from Etsy before, eBay, whatever it may be, and they were never sturdy. They always broke. This one will not break. It is very sturdy because it has a 3-part system. It has one side, the other side, and this middle bar that you snap in between, and it will not break. It will not budge. It is the most sturdy shelf I have used for my diecast, my 124s. There is a 4-tier display shelf like this one. He's making 3-tiered right now, and there are, of course, wall-mounted die-cast stands. If you go to the link in my bio, Benzik Designs Etsy page, order on there and use the promo code ATYL2025, you'll get 20% off your entire order. Trust me, it is worth it. This is the only way I will display my 124 die-cast. It is literally so perfect. So make sure to check out the link in my bio to get your display cases. But that does it here for this episode of the Collector's Corner. Do you have any cool diecast that you added to your collection over the holidays? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, we're always going to be adding to the collection, so stay tuned for more episodes of the Collector's Corner from myself and the entire ATYL Media team. Of course, to learn more about us, what we do, and who's part of the team, go to abovetheYellowline.com. Also, check out our merchandise there too and ways to support us. And for more content from me, make sure to follow @AboveTheYellowLine and @_TaylorKitchen_, all on social media. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode of The Collector's Corner, and until next time, I'll see ya. Bye.